Gangstalking, when experienced as a form of psychological and spiritual targeting, is a deeply disturbing phenomenon. Whether it is happening in the physical, digital, or energetic realms, its goal is always the same: to isolate, destabilize, and ultimately disempower the targeted individual. One of the most effective ways to do this is by attacking the person's relationships, especially family bonds. Here's how gang stalkers can systematically destroy families and social connections. 1. Character assassination. They spread lies or rumors to family and friends, painting you as unstable, dangerous, or untrustworthy. This is often done subtly at first to plant seeds of doubt in people's minds. 2. Divide and conquer. They exploit differences or tensions in your relationships, like past arguments, misunderstandings, past betrayals, religious or ideological disagreements. Family members may suddenly become distant, suspicious, or unusually critical, often unaware that they're just really being influenced and manipulated. 3. Infiltration and manipulation. Sometimes individuals close to you, like friends, co-workers, even relatives, are unknowingly recruited or influenced to monitor you or feed information back. They may act as double agents, friendly on the surface but secretly sabotaging your emotional state or plans. I heard some of them are bribed. The fool gets fooled by someone who was fooled by someone who was also fooled by the main manipulator. 4. Induce paranoia and isolation. By orchestrating coincidental glitches, strange encounters, or repeated synchronicities, they aim to make you question reality. As a result, you may begin pulling away from loved ones out of fear or suspicion, doing the isolation work for them. So how do they use social media to manipulate and induce fear? 1. Through digital hacking and surveillance. They cannot manipulate and destroy what they do not know. So you may notice accounts being logged into from unknown locations, messages disappearing, or a new friend suggestions that feels off. Some claim that their phones or apps are listening, serving ads or posts that seem disturbingly tailored to their private conversations. In mine, it was Pinterest, Facebook, Quora, it's everywhere. 2. Algorithmic manipulation. They may manipulate what content you see, emotionally triggering posts, stories about betrayal, infidelity, or violence, spiritual fear-mongering, or apocalyptic themes. The goal is to unbalance you emotionally and spiritually, making you more reactive and isolated. 3. Fake accounts and impersonation. Stalkers may create fake accounts posing as family members or new use spiritual friends to extract information, trigger you, or sow division. In my case, I've had messages that I don't even recall having with some strangers. In family members asking me why I created a new account when I didn't. These accounts may send cryptic, gaslighting, or threatening messages, according to other people. 4. Targeted psychological operations, what we call psyops. You may be bombarded with memes, symbols, or music lyrics that feel eerily personal. These are meant to create the illusion that they know everything, which can lead to paranoia and hypervigilance, further alienating you from loved ones. So how does gangstalking manifest in a tarot reading? Let's break this down with a real life example. Say today, I had a brief contact with an ex. Not for an emotional reason, but to handle a shared responsibility. There was no personal connection or rekindling involved, just a matter of fact interaction based on obligation. Later that day, a spying gangstalking tarot reader posts a reading that seems to speak directly to my situation. And it's not a coincidence. You see, these individuals often operate with surveillance level awareness, whether through spiritual, technological, or social means. They know you're a targeted individual, and they know you're watching them, and they intentionally craft messages designed to resonate with your life, but not to help. Instead, the aim is to trigger you. So now they will frame the reading to say something like, oh, this karmic, this nobody is only returning to use you for something. So she's framing that villain as if she's a narcissist. So even though you had no emotional motive in your interaction, well, the wording will hit hard. It's a spiritual bait and switch in a deliberate psychological operation meant to shame, confuse, and provoke a reaction. They're flipping the script on you just like a covert narcissist would. The tactic is to antagonize you under the guise of divine insight. It's covert harassment, plain and simple. So once you're triggered and you react, they flip it, saying you're a triggered karmic, you're unhinged, and you're paranoid. Now to the outside world, you look crazy or obsessed. But in reality, this is reactive abuse. A classic manipulation strategy used by abusers to discredit their victims. So what happens next? That reading starts to infect your thoughts. You now begin to wonder, is my spouse talking to them? Are they feeding personal information to the star reader? Or is this spiritual betrayal? And just like that, the seed of suspicion is planted, not because you're unstable, but because someone intentionally manipulated you to make you feel unsafe in your own relationship. So, what's the result? Emotional distancing, mistrust, and marital strain. And the goal is clear: to destroy the marriage.